If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 21 of the Career Mode RTG, the return to glory with Nottingham Forest, and hopefully we can start with a good game against Reading. We've played them once already this season, and unfortunately we came away with a 1-0 defeat thanks to a goal from the record breaking in real life, Jamie Vardy. They're still sat mid-table though, down in 11th. As you can see, we are still third behind the two at the top, QPR and Hull, hoping though that victory here could maybe turn things around. Andre Gray starting up top for the first time at his new club, and we'll have to wait and see if he can make an impact here. We're having to play a bit of a rotation side thanks to some of the unfortunate fixture congestion that we have at this time of year, but Jamie Vardy starts again for them up top. Blackman on the right hand side is a player that we did look at in the January transfer window to potentially bring into the club on a pre-contract. We decided in the end to go with Matt Phillips from QPR on a permanent, and we'll see later in the episode how he gets on. A really awkward goal to concede here though to start things off. I have no idea what's going on there. I tried to throw it out. First off, the keeper fell over his defender. Then he tried to throw it out to the man on the far side, and it hit Ali Adnan in the face, and then drops down to the awaiting Reading player there with three Nottingham Forest players around him, and he buries it into the back of the net. And then we have a chance at the other end, almost about to get it into the back of the net. The header from the corner is on target, but the defender clears it off the line, and we stay 1-0 down for now. Kyle Basilio though gets it across to Andre Gray, down the line to Ali Adnan. He's going to turn his side on that left foot, as you always would expect him to do in that situation, and he buries it very nicely into the far corner. We have ourselves an equaliser just before the half-hour mark. Another chance though, just a couple of minutes later. It's Reading on the attack. Abita back to Norwood, back to Abita. They're passing it about really nicely here. Good football, nice little back heel. Ebesilio wins it back, but then Matt Mills runs into him. Nice turn by Quinn, twists and turns away from the defender, and a mixture of Doris de Vries in the post stop him from being able to get it into the back of the net and put Reading back in front for a second time. We're not done for the first half yet though. We're still coming down this left-hand side through Reading. It was a very successful area of attack for them. Cross comes in, cleared away by Mills, but only as far as Blackman, who eventually gets it under control and then just lets rip with an absolute cracker. Wonderful goal from Blackman. Thoroughly disappointed that a player that we were looking at has then come and punished us with a strike of that quality, but hopefully Matt Phillips will be worth the purchase and he'll be able to score a couple of goals like that himself. So I'm still confident we've made the right decision in the player that we've brought in, and Chris Cohen, it was definitely the right decision to keep him at the club. He's got the captain's armband on and he's put in a captain's performance to bring us back to 2-2 just after the hour mark. So still time left for either side to go and win it, potentially. Hurtado on the attack for Reading here. He has a shot from distance, and that is not far away actually. Trying to score another worldie from outside the box, Reading, but it wasn't to be this time around. We're in stoppage time at the end of the second half. Maxwell Cornet on the ball. He's going to go on a really nice solo run of his own and then have a shot from just outside the box, but again a good save by the goalkeeper Ali Al-Habsi, knocks it away, and despite Andy Reid going across to take a corner, we weren't able to get anything from it. So it's only a draw against Reading. We were after revenge after the 1-0 defeat we got earlier on in the season. We weren't able to get it. Just a 2-2 draw. Side that would be out for revenge against us, however, are Huddersfield Town. If you cast your mind back, I'm sure you'll remember, when we played Huddersfield at home, we got a rather large scoreline. It was 7-0 at home against Huddersfield earlier on in the season, so we wanted revenge against Reading. They'll definitely want revenge against us. Naki Wells up top, Sean Scannell on the right, Mustafa Carriol on the left. It's a similar formation and a similar starting 11 to the one that played against us earlier in the season. The question was, could we absolutely annihilate them the same way that we did before? We'll have to wait and see. Matt Phillips starting on the right-hand side, Oliveira and Assombalonga up top, Andre Gray on the bench this time around, I believe, or he may have been too tired to even be involved in this particular game. I genuinely can't remember. But they're going to start off with the first chance. Hogg has the shot as well, saved by Doris de Vries down low to his right-hand side. Huddersfield immediately starting out on the front foot and proving, or trying to prove, that the 7-0 defeat that they got earlier on the season hasn't affected them. Sean Scannell into the box, into the teammate, and then into the back of the net. They have given themselves a 1-0 lead. They've already, after 17 minutes, done more than they did in the first game against them. Despite our 7-0 defeat of Huddersfield Town earlier on in the season, or including our 7-0 defeat of Huddersfield Town earlier on in the season, they actually have the leakiest defence in the entire league. 53 goals they conceded to this point in the league this year. So our 7-0 thrashing of them wasn't, or couldn't have been, the only big defeat they've suffered so far this year. Renato Sanchez scored a cracker in the last episode, or the episode before last, I can't quite remember which one it was now, and we showed you the real-life footage of him scoring one against Academica for Benfica IRL as well, but not able to get the ball past the goalkeeper this time around. Neither is Nelson Oliveira with the header from the corner, just wide of that near post, trying to get ourselves an equaliser here, the same way we did against Reading. As you can see, top left, they're just talking about Jerome Boateng going to Barcelona from Bayern Munich, but playing it around like Barcelona, and then a Messi-esque finish into the top corner from Naki Wells means that it's 2-0 to Huddersfield Town right now. 2-0 down against the side we've previously beaten by 7-0. Ridiculous. Huddersfield really are getting revenge against us after we failed to get revenge against Reading. Try and get ourselves one back here. Matty Phillips turns past the defender nicely and then past the second one with that 90 pace that he's got into Britta Sumbalong. A good first touch, but well blocked by the defender to stop him getting a clean shot on target. We have a corner in stoppage time though. Matt Phillips is going to take it himself after creating the last chance, creates another and gets an assist. His first assist in a Nottingham Forest t-shirt, or Nottingham Forest shirt, it's not really a tee, and Kyler Basilio wins the header to bring us one back, but it's not enough. We scored 7 last time, we only scored 1 at this time, and it's not enough. 2 goals from Huddersfield Town give them a 2-1 win. Fair play. Well played, Huddersfield Town. You get yourselves revenge after this 7-0 drubbing last time out. Can we bounce back against a side in the relegation zone? Milton Keynes Dons are down in 23rd. 8 wins, 4 draws, and 18 defeats so far this year for them. Hoping that we can inflict a 19th on them, to be completely honest. Again, similar starting lineup to the previous one. A couple of other players in there. You can see Mahi starting on the right, Ebesilio and Cohen again in the middle, and Ali Adnan starting on the left-hand side. We've got a lot of fixtures coming up in this month, and we've got a cup game against Middlesbrough as well, just around the corner, that I'd like to get progression through to the next round, and if we possibly can. Cup run would go nicely to go hand in hand with keeping our form up for the Championship campaign, because our form in the Championship been a little bit wobbly of late throughout the latter stages of the transfer window, and here just after the transfer window we've had a couple of dodgy results. A draw here, a defeat there. We're still picking up the odd victory, but not as many as we were previously, and we're losing pace with those at the top. So hopefully we can push through this wobbly spell and then regain our form and our composure and push on towards the top 2 automatic spots again. Ebesilio with a nice ball over the top looking for Ali Adnan, brings it down beautifully well, but the shot is straight at Martin. Not the best of efforts. Chris Cohen on the attack again though, as you can see here, into Ebesilio, round to Mahi, who's in a lot of space here, turns inside nicely, gets it to Cohen's shot, well blocked. Surely Oliveira's going to score from there. McFadzean gets in a second. Very good goal line clearance, or it's not necessarily goal line, 5 or 6 yards out, but a couple of very good blocks from shots that were destined for the back of the net. Mahi with the corner though, up goes Chris Cohen. He's not to be denied a goal. He does get his header this time around into the back of the net. We are 1-0 in front. At the very beginning of the second half, Cohen involved again into Mahi, space in the middle for Ebesilio, gets it to Britta Sombolonga, continues his run. Ebesilio, first touch takes it past the defender, second touch is just not quite on target. Very strong left-footed shot, but not able to get us a second goal to go 2 in front. But MK Dons continued to push forward with a free kick on the hour mark, working it about really nicely. Reeves with a chance here. I've no idea how he's been able to get it in from there. I thought I'd blocked the angles off completely with the man in front of him, but he found the finite millimetres of angle that he had available to him to shoot from there, and got it into the back of the net. 1-1. We tackle them in the midfield here, though, work it about nicely. Oliveira is going to try and have a shot from the edge of the box here, but Martin with a really strong save, and then gobbles up the loose ball as well, 13 minutes from time, to ensure that MK Dons don't concede again, and that we don't score again. 1-1 the final result. There is confirmation of our next game briefly in the Cup against Middlesbrough, and we are still 4th in the league table, 4 points away from Hull and Burnley, and well, QPR are running away with things at the top now. They're 7 points away from Burnley in second, 11 points. away from us down in 4th. With 15 games to go, 11 points is a long way ahead. I don't think the title will be achievable, but automatic promotion still definitely is. The playoffs are almost a dead cert, so long as we can not completely fall apart between now and the end of the season. We'll try and improve over the next few episodes. But that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days, and I'll see you next time.